Shalom, Kol Haloyim Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. So I got two articles here, both written or published on April 3rd, so a few days ago, and they're both from WashingtonTimes.com. The first one is titled, "Are Companies Microchipping Their Workers?" Yes, and states are cracking down. So what we're going to do is first just read the few bullet points, and then we'll go to the next article, read the bullet points again, and then we'll grab some precepts, because right now you should know what the mark of the beast is. It is the microchip. That's why we're bringing out this information, and there will come a time where the microchip will be mandated. You will be forced to take it. And that's what the Bible calls the hour of temptation. The hour of temptation in the book of Revelation, which is an hour of testing. And so certain companies are already offering it to their employees. We know that happened a few years back with the company, I believe, in Wisconsin. But it seems as if it's escalating, and more companies, more and more states are realizing the trend, and some of them are trying to get ahead of it and stop the potential mandating of the chip. And that's what this is about. So let's read this, and we'll get into it. Ultimately, they're not going to stop it because it's prophecy, and the Lord is going to make it be manifested on a wide scale. So it says, some U.S. companies are implanting microchips in workers to replace key cards and passwords, and states are fighting back. Washington State just banned employers from requesting, or even coercing employees to get implants. At least 14 states have now restricted or banned workplace microchipping amid privacy and tracking concerns. Critics warn the chips could expose personal and health data to hackers and may even cause physical harm. So these different states, about 14, 15 of them, are basically seeing this trend, and they're saying, look, we need to write legislation to get around this. We don't want to allow any company to be able to mandate chips, a microchip, on their employees. Why are they doing this? Because they see it potentially taking place. And if that's the case, then we have to understand what's happening in the world and what events could lead up to that, knowing that the Bible talks about Jacob's trouble, which is going to be a time like never was nor shall be. So this is the first article that was published on April 3rd, and this is the second one. It says, fears spread about businesses implanting microchips in workers. So two different articles, and let's just read the first three paragraphs. It says, never mind microchipping your dog. Some companies are giving employees microchip implants that give them access to facilities, company accounts, and vending machines with the wave of a hand. The new technology sounds convenient and cool, but it alarms privacy rights advocates, and some states have moved to ban the practice. In March, Washington Governor Bob Ferguson signed House Bill 2303 into law. It prohibits employers from requiring, coercing, or even requesting employees to get a microchip implanted for any reason. So, of course, it just looks like the same exact information. I have I have a Google alert set on my email for anything that says microchip or RFID related. And so both of these articles came to me on 2 different days. But no need to read anymore. It looks like it's just saying the same exact thing. So in terms of the mark of the beast, the microchip really being pushed out there, certain lawmakers are actually seeing that it could be mandated within corporations, and they're trying to get ahead of it. But this is the thing. People aren't going to take the chip as a whole just because their boss is asking, or it's offered, or even being mandated by their company. Some people will, and some people won't. What's going to make people feel like they need to take it is when society collapses, when their bank accounts are hurt, when they actually lose their job because of an economic or financial disaster, something that changes the way they live, and now they're forced in their mind to say, I have no other choice. And that's exactly why we're going to read Revelation 13 in the AMP, verse 16 on the right. It says, also he compels all, the small and the great, and the rich and the poor, and the free men and the slaves, to be given a mark on their right hand, we know that's a chip, or on their foreheads. In quotation marks, it says, signifying allegiance to the beast system, signifying allegiance to the beast. And that's what we've been saying from the jump, starting with our apostles on down. It's more than just buying and selling. You see, if you can't buy or sell, then you can't eat, obviously. And we know that famine will come in terms of it being a part of these end time prophecies. However, if you take it, what it means is that you're acknowledging Esau, Edom, the man that really controls this beast system, as your God. And you're saying, yes, I pledge allegiance to you. I'm down with you, your new world. That's what this is all about. Because the chip, from his perspective, is about power and it's about control. So if you take it, no matter what the reason may be, you're saying that you're down with him having control and power over you. So majority of people aren't going to just take the chip just because, oh yeah, my company is mandating it. Some will, once again, and some won't. But majority of people, in the time of Jacob's trouble, when all hell is breaking loose, there is famine, meaning a lack of bread, a lack of water. There's tribulation everywhere, all out anarchy, people looting and rioting, all months of a bunch of chaos, we'll just say, happening. That's going to make people say, I don't have any other choice. I got to take it. And that's why it says also he compels all to take that chip. He causeth, compels, and you can use the word force if you want to, because that's basically what it's going to be. It's going to be a mandate. You either take this or you're going to be left to die. Esau may even just kill you if he wants anyway. But you see, we of the hopeful elect don't have anything to worry about when it comes to this. When you read in the book of Revelation, the 3rd chapter, why not? I have it up already. We'll read it in the AMP. On the right, it says, because you have kept the word of my endurance, my command to persevere, I will keep you safe from the hour of trial, that hour which is about to come on the whole inhabited world to test those who live on the earth. So the point being is that as long as we endure and hold this faith unto the very end, no matter what our end may be, during this hour of temptation or this test, this trial, when the chip is really made mandatory and pushed, the Lord is going to ensure that we stay faithful to him. All because we did his will. All because we persevered and we endured unto the end. And I'll end off with this last precept. So this is really just a warning video. Sirach 4:28, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. So we know that this chip is coming very, very soon. All we have to do is remain faithful no matter what, and the Lord is going to make sure that we don't come anywhere near it. So Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. Kol Haloyim, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Shalom.